In this episode, Noah's hunting pigs with the dogs and deer with the rifle. If you watched the last episode where Harry shot his red deer with the bow, you would have seen all the pig rooting all over the farm. Now, Noah has taken the dogs with him to try and catch these pigs before they do any more damage. He's headed down the line with Hayley, his girlfriend, and she's hoping to shoot herself a deer as well. And on top of that, Noah's got the pulsar thermal gear to try and clean up a few deer and keep numbers under control. The weather is looking good and the dogs are keen, so let's get stuck into this Clarke Boys adventure. The first evening they arrived at the farm, the plan was to head out without the dogs, get a look at what was around, and hopefully locate the pigs and try and hit them the next morning with the dogs.
Just making our way up to the top of the hill. We already seen quite a few deer, but we might leave that mob a fallow, because if we go out there we'll just spook everything else and be quite cool to see what other animals are around. We're just sitting up the top of this hill and we've seen lots of animals, seen some pigs in the distance, so hopefully it can get the dogs onto them later in the trip. It's kind of a tough one. We don't really know what to do. We're trying to look for a stag or something, but we might just end up not getting anything tonight. But we have another look around. There's heaps of animals around.
Having located the pigs, they were all set to go the next morning, and they went straight to where they had seen them the night before to try and get the dogs onto a fresh scent.
We just walked up to the top of this hill and the dogs have tracked off, so I'm hoping that they're onto pig scent. We'll just have a look at the GPS and see where they are. Just went down this way, so.
Between the sheep, goats, deer and cows, there'd been a lot of different scents around and the dogs weren't able to locate the pigs to start off with. So Noah and Hayley moved around to another spot where they could see some more fresh looking sign.
We didn't see any of the pigs back over that way, so we've drove around to where we can see heaps of pig rooting. It looks real fresh too, so we'll walk down there and hopefully the dogs can get a wind if we get around the wind right. And really want to catch one of these pigs because they're doing heaps of damage. Dogs just took off. This is where we seen some pigs yesterday, so I'm hoping we can catch something half decent. Probably just end up with something small, but I don't really need to get rid of these things. So we just seen some pigs in front of us.
How do the dogs smell?
I don't know.
How bright.
It didn't take long for the dogs to pull a pig, and while they were down there, Noah heard something sneaking away through the bushes. So they got ready with the rifle to try and clean up another paddock destroyer.
Squealer.
Is it the boar?
It's just a medium size. shot that one.
Oh yeah.
So we got one, and we'll go get this one the dogs have got. That was cool. We ended up getting 2 pigs, just small, medium-sized ones. Shot one and the dogs grabbed one. We'll gut this one, go up to the other one, gut that, and then carry on back to the bike. Might bump into something else. Sweet. So fat. How fat is that?
Good sausages.
Yeah, these ones will be good in roasts in the slow cooker. Well, I just carried that little pig we caught up to the one I shot. It's a really big sow, so they'll be really good eating, and I'll just gut it. We've got about 100 metres up to where we can get the motorbike, so we'll head home, have brekkie. But that was a successful mission, it's what we wanted to do. And we never know, we might bump into another pig later in the trip. Hopefully this has scared them away from our farm a bit.
Getting a couple of pigs was a great result. Now that they had carried them back to the bike, they went and picked up a couple of deer Noah had shot the night before with the thermals. If you want to watch the full video of the thermal hunt, here's what to go and search for on our channel. But if not, this is the highlights of Noah's 2 nights out deleting deer. The full video also shows some action of myself smoking a few, and one was a big old stag we'd been chasing for a while, so it's a cool little vid. With that all done, it was time to head out for the evening hunt and try and get Hayley a deer. After a walk around the farm, getting close to a few but not getting a shot, they spotted a mob of fallow about 300 metres away. So Noah set up the lupo for Hayley to take a shot at a decent looking buck in the mob.
Take your bag off. Shoulder. Just wait, because there's a hind.
The light was fading fast and Hayley was having trouble finding the buck in the scope, but eventually it presented broadside, she had it in the scope and took a shot.
Wait, it's walking. It's going to stop just there, yeah. Wait, yeah. Once it stops. Yeah. I think you missed it.
The shot didn't look great and the light was pretty much gone, so Noah made the call to leave the area rather than bump the potentially wounded buck in the dark and chase him further and further away where they wouldn't be able to find him. The next day, they headed back up to where the buck was last seen, and thankfully he hadn't gone far. Luckily, the 300 Win Mag had done its job and Hayley had her first buck.
Well, here's Hayley's buck. It's her first fallow, so that's cool. Didn't go too far. It was a bit of a rushed scenario and she managed to hit him. Wasn't a perfect shot, but we got him and that's the main thing.
They loaded the buck on and picked up another couple of deer that Noah had shot the night before with the thermals and took them all back to the chiller. All in all, it had been a very successful weekend harvesting some high quality meat on the farm. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go and check out the Clarke Boys channel and watch some of our other vids from over the years. While you're at it, make sure to subscribe and we'll see you on the next adventure. But until then, we'll catch you later.